As I had just previously seen Third Eye Blind in concert last night, one of the greatest live performances I've ever seen at that, 30 years since their prime, I thought it'd be fitting to talk about one of my absolute favorite albums from the band and of all time. We have Third Eye Blind's Blue. American alternative rock band Third Eye Blind formed in the later half of the 1990s by frontman Stephen Jenkins, which made an astounding mark on the rock scene, bridging grunge of the early 1990s with indie rock soon to explode with the band Pavement in only the following years. Despite Third Eye Blind being the band to temporarily bridge these two wildly different genres, they really truly made a name for themselves in that time period. For their years in their prime from 1997 to 1999 with this album, with their first two studio albums, Third Eye Blind and this album here, Blue, created some damn good music. While like just about everyone familiar with the band's music, the debut studio record, Third Eye Blind in 1997, in my opinion, wipes any and all competition, I still loved their later second album to an extreme most don't. If one dared to suggest Third Eye Blind was at all indie rock, they would be laughed out of any music circle. However, it's undeniable the early elements of indie rock seen on this album, like the more pop-esque vocal melodies, electric guitar sequences bridging verses, almost making it less rock and more pop, and the classic four-chord grooves with this quieter, almost raunchy tone on backing guitar. Third Eye Blind in their early years were incredibly influential for what rock music would morph into to come, and that's not even beginning to touch upon the awesome, nostalgic, and unique sound each song created. One of the biggest props I give this album is it doesn't linger in the success of the first studio album by the band, Third Eye Blind, which was a lot heavier, featuring more grunge-based riffs and vocal parts compared to Blue's more upbeat, quieter indie rock sounds. The lyrics aren't anything to sit in awe over. They're basic love songs, rejection songs, songs about how joyous life is or how shitty life is. It's your typical alternative rock album in that sense. However, even with the totally separated lyrics, I get an immense theme of summer nostalgia from this whole album, whether it was the infectious lead guitar parts in the hit single Never Let You Go, pitch squeals almost acting as a pinch harmonic for singing. It's something unlike anything I've heard, but no matter how depressing or neutral the lyrics are, Third Eye Blind, with every aspect of the music, are able to make me feel like I'm on a beautiful summer getaway with no cares in the world. I suppose with their biggest single they ever released from the first album, Semi-Charmed Life, about a drug-addicted man on the verge of death spiraling further, yet having an upbeat sound to the actual music. This is a concept that the band are very familiar with and quite good at doing, making infectious, happy-sounding songs whether or not the lyrics truly are happy. Getting into the music behind the words itself, this is by far the factor to be in awe over the most. The drums are simple yet powerful in every song. Just listening to how drummer Brad Hargreaves holds down the groove on the bridge of 10 Days Late, with the kick drum and drum fills resolving on the snare, later finishing off the bridge with a powerful drum fill leading directly into the power chords from the guitars. It's so simple yet so deeply complex. It almost reminds me of Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers' iconic drumming style. Brad Hargreaves never oversteps his position in the songs, yet he still makes the entire songs 10 times what they could have been with a different drummer. And my biggest compliment of all has to fall into the hands of singer-guitarist Stephen Jenkins. This man is a true talent to say the bare minimum. He flies back and forth from different sections and tempos and melodies so seamlessly, and making some of the most unforgettable guitar solos and lines in the process. It's truly something remarkable. A perfect example of this beauty culminates in the final song on the album, Slow Motion. an instrumental piece featuring a longer guitar solo by Stephen Jenkins, which totally just uplifts me into another dimension with his just beautiful playing. He's one of the most underrated guitar players of the entire 1990s, in my opinion. Third Eye Blind's Blue is an incredibly fun album I'd suggest to just about any rock lover, heavier or not. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.